guys, it's Alex. So today I'm going to be doing a book review for The Danish Girl by David Ebershoff. I read this book on Scribd this past week and I absolutely loved it. I've seen the movie as well. It gives me all the feels, both the book and the movie. And I just wanted to talk about the book specifically today. I might talk about the movie later on. I'm going to be talking about the book and all the details that I loved about it. So let's just get started. For those of you who don't know, The Danish Girl is about a trans woman who goes through a transition from male to female, and it is a very beautiful tale, and I just adore it. It is fiction, but it is based on a real trans woman, and she was the first trans woman to go through reconstructive surgery to become female. I adore it. It is so beautiful. The way that the author goes and describes her journey and how she relates to all of the things that are happening around her and the way the people around her reacting to her is just a very realistic and touching story. And I don't think lots of people know how it is for a trans person to go through that journey and become their truest form and be comfortable with themselves. And it's very nice that this author did that in a way that relates the actual struggle and how comforting it was for that person to go and become themselves. I loved that Einar's character was shy in the beginning and didn't feel like he would be accepted. I feel like a lot of LGBT people, and more specifically trans people, feel a lot of the time because they don't want to be rejected, and I think that's a fear for everyone, but I know that like being afraid of rejection for wanting to be your truest self is a scary thing, and I do believe Einar is a great representation of that. And as we see Einar become Lily and start to work out what she enjoys about being a woman and about being her truest self, it's very nice to see her happiness and to see her just start to bloom, and to have Greta just by her side supporting her and wanting her to be happy. It is very sweet, and I don't think that lots of people understand that it is not just about the transition for the individual, it's also about the relationships that they form while going through that transition. It's very, very touching. I do think this is a book that lots of people should read because it's just very poetic and it has a very good message, and it relates to not only trans people, because I'm not trans, I'm a cis female. I will never go through that transition of going from female to male because I identify with my assigned gender. So it's very interesting to get that alternate perspective of someone who does not identify with their assigned gender. The way that David goes about describing this journey for Lily is just so sorrowful, and it makes you feel like you're going on that journey with Einar to Lily. And I love that. I love being completely immersed. I could not get enough of this book. I wanted to read it all the time. I was trying to like manage school, but I was also like, no, I just need to read The Danish Girl because this is all that I want to read right now. It's so like captivating, and I just adored it. The world that David Ebershoff built is realistic. It's supposed to be as close to realism as possible. I think that The Danish Girl is not just about Lily and her journey. I also think it's about Greta's journey because it is a dual perspective book. It shows both sides of the transition of becoming yourself. And I think Greta's character was just as important as Lily's character because we see how she's trying to support Lily and how she's trying to make sure that she's also going to be happy and not like hurt. And everything about this book, I can't even describe why I love it so much. I just think it's an A+ book. And if you're not in the mood to read it, I highly suggest seeing the movie because I think that the adaptation is very, very close to the book. It might not be as poetic as the book is. It still gets the message across, and I think it's very worth the time putting in to go see it, or if you prefer to read it. No matter who you are or how you identify with yourself, I think you will get something out of it. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. It is so amazing. It might be my favorite book of 2016, honestly. It is so good. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Bye!